You hear it from my voice. He gonna hear it from my hand.
All right. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go.
All right.
We got more things to express. Myself in particular, later on during the show. But right now, we got another phone call on the line. So let's go ahead and see who's tapping in this evening.
Good evening, caller. You there?
Yes.
What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Shantavia, and I'm calling from Southern California.
Southern California.
Another California girl.
Yeah,
right?
California girl.
Yes.
How you doing this evening?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Shantavia, tonight we are talking about deadbeats. What's your point of view?
Because I have experienced that. I do have a son that has a deadbeat father.
Wow.
My experience is that I call him a holiday father because he only shows up on the holidays. And it affects my son terribly because he has no bond, and I can't teach him how to be a man.
Wow.
So from that point of view, I just like to say that to all the deadbeat fathers out there, it's not only affecting you, it's affecting the child.
Okay. I'm going to give you an opportunity. You want to put deadbeat on blast right now?
No, I wouldn't do that. You know, I got too much class for that, but
y'all,
she's too nice. She's too nice.
Way too nice. Way too nice. But truly, let me ask you, are you married or otherwise involved?
I am single.
Okay. Now, from a single woman's perspective, how old is your son?
My son is 9.
Okay, so he's impressionable right now. From a single woman's perspective, if a man has a child and he doesn't own up to his responsibilities with his own, but he wants to take yours in as his own, would you, let's just say he's an upstanding citizen, good guy, but he just does not take care of his own responsibilities. Could you see yourself involved with him?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I wouldn't go from one deadbeat to another. I wouldn't put myself in that position.
Okay, so
because it wouldn't be fair to his children. I wouldn't do that.
That's true.
Yeah, I would think at that point, you would see that as just a ploy to get next to you. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, I would see that as a ploy. By the way, it's Stacey D. How are you? Hello, Shantavia, you still there?
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, I hear the level of emotion and frustration from you as well, from being the absence of the father in your child's life, and being that you have a son. It is imperative that men spend as much time with their sons as possible. Because I do believe we are really losing a generation of young men due to the fact that there are too many.
And be consistent, yes.
Yeah, because there are and from where I'm looking, there are too many men that are not stepping up to the plate. And when I say too many, it doesn't mean that it's the overwhelming majority of brothers that are not stepping, but they are too many.
You call them males. Don't call
you're
them
not a man.
Well, excuse me, fellas. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. The male species, that are not stepping up to the plate and teaching their boys how to be men, and that way we've got a whole other generation of young men that are absent. They are absent of having a father in their lives. That are, guess what? They're going to grow up and be just like their absentee father.
The circle gets larger.
Absolutely.
One thing I have to applaud this man who raised me was the fact that he took my nephews. I mean, even after I have a sibling that would not step up. And just like you, he was pretty much, well, he was barely, and I think he's starting to turn himself around, which I got to applaud, but he was pretty much on holidays, barely on birthdays, but on holidays. So
I know the feeling, yes.
Yeah. And, for a while, I had not spoken with him because he pretty much, he was doing the same thing my biological father was doing. And I was like, here we have an opportunity to cut the trend, to sever it.
But here you go. And we weren't raised like this. But yet I had a surrogate father, a real man, step in and thus take care of his 4 sons.
Not only did was he a surrogate with us, no blood tie. He then took care of these 4.
So he's like a double dip surrogate.
Double dip surrogate, if you want to call it that.
Wow.
If you want to call it that. Let me be the first to applaud you for having the fortitude, one, to get in on this conversation this evening. A lot of women talk the talk, but they don't want to walk the walk. So we see a lot of things on Facebook. They express so much when it comes down to text messages and private notes, via the social networks. But when we're ready and we need to hear their voice, they have a tendency to disappear. So I have to thank you and applaud you. This is Jerry D, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem at all. No problem at all. Well, listen, thank you very much for getting your conversation into this conversation. And let's go ahead and get into another song. Why don't we?
Why don't we?
Okay.
I'll tell you what, you're listening to The Point of View with Three the Hard Way.
Can I bring something up? Don't mean to be confrontational, but lately we haven't made time to be conversational. Down here, sweet, nothing's no more. I guess life has gotten in the way. Yeah. How in the world could this happen to us? We used to have so much to say. Tell me, babe, when was the last time you heard me call you sweet darling? And when was the last time I heard you say, hey, baby? Hey, it's been such a long time since you heard me call you sweet darling. I don't know. And I just can't remember the last time you called my name. I don't know where we went wrong. And I don't want these days to turn to years, baby. So I've decided not to live this way. So I'm asking you through my tears to tell me, baby, when was the last time you heard me call you sweet darling? I don't remember when. And when was the last time I heard you say, hey, baby? Hey, baby. Hey, baby, baby. It's been such a long time since you heard me call you sweet darling. And I just can't remember why. And I just can't remember the last time you called my name. I just don't know, hey. All I wanna hear, hello, hello, my love, sweet baby. It's all I really need to hear you say. When was the last time you heard me call you sweet darling? Yeah. And when was the last time I heard you say, hey, baby? I just want you to call my name. It's been such a long time since you heard me call you sweet darling. I never heard nobody call you that. I just can't remember. Baby. Call my name. Call my name. When was the last time you heard me call you sweet darling? And when was the last time I heard you say, hey, baby? Things just aren't the same. Tell me what I got.
Romance conversation on the Point of View tonight. Talking about deadbeats. I think with we're probably going to get more phone calls talking about deadbeat dads, or, I want to put it out there right now. If you have an experience with a deadbeat mom, they're out there.
Oh, absolutely.
They're out there. So or deadbeat parents. Maybe we can get into that conversation in just a couple of moments as well.
How about sometime during the show we talk about deadbeat friends and relatives?
Yeah, we can do that as well. So stand by. It's all coming up right here on The Point of View with 3 the Hard Way.
It's everything you think men don't talk about. The Point of View will be back in a moment.
Hit us up with your comments, questions, or song requests on Facebook.com/The Dirty South Network or at Dirty South Net on Twitter. Drop us an email at thedirtysouthnetwork@gmail.com or visit our YouTube page at youtube.com/The Dirty South Network.
What are you waiting for? Log on to Facebook and tell a friend about the smoothest music and what real men really talk about. It's The Point of View.
Back inside The Point of View with 3 the Hard Way. Good evening, and tonight it's been a couple of laughs in the beginning, but truly we're talking about something that really is no joke. Deadbeat is really a nice way of saying it. But Jerry, you wanted to provide somewhat of a twist, not just a deadbeat dad, but you were talking about deadbeat parents. Jerry, what is a deadbeat? What are deadbeat parents?
Deadbeat parents are this here.
Oh boy.
You don't have to have a lot of financial resources to be creative with your children.
Right.
Children, a lot of times, up until a certain age, my daughter really didn't understand the value of $1. She knew what $1 was. She knew it was 100 pennies, 4 quarters, 10 dimes, 20 nickels. That's fine. But she didn't really understand what this cost or what that cost. So if you were able to take a child out and just do something with them, that placed a whole lot more value than those 100 pennies, those 4 quarters, those 10 dimes. It was worth so much more. Deadbeat parents are this here. You have 2 people in the household. However, Miss would rather spend 4 hours getting her hair did while Mr. Man wants to go out and chill with the fellas for 4 or 5 hours, but y'all don't have 4 or 5 hours to take your child down to the science center.
You don't have
to learn something.
You don't have 45 minutes for a parent-teacher conference.
45 minutes for a parent-teacher conference. You can't spend an hour and a half just going to the library and reading a book with your child.
I got a better one. Fix some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and go have lunch with your kid.
Yeah, exactly.
It just makes me think, with you saying what you're saying, why even have children?
I'm going to put it in perspective for you. Everyone loves a puppy.
Mm-hmm.
It's cute.
Yeah.
It's cuddly. It's playful. But what do you do when that Rottweiler puppy becomes a Rottweiler dog?
Yeah.
It's not as cute. Yeah. It's not as cuddly.
All of a sudden the poop is bigger.
But yeah, and it stinks a whole lot more. So right. you see the parallel where I'm going with that?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. And I'm gonna go a little further than that, and I think it's been brought up on one of our past shows. I think that everyone who is contemplating having a family, having children, should be made to go through some type of parent education. And if you flunk
sterilization,
you can't have kids. I'm sorry. Because I see too many kids.
It sounds like China, man.
Yeah, I see too many children. Really but listen, on a serious note, though, I see too many children in my line of work.
Yeah.
That you can tell they have no guidance whatsoever from parents at all. And then you wonder, where was your parent when you were like 1 year old and your mind was full of mush? Because if you guide these children the way they should go, guess what? They're not going to be disrespectful to other adults.
Yeah.
Because they'll be too afraid, even if they're not in your presence.
Well,
they're not going to do it.
A lot of these children are self-raising themselves also. Right. I can understand, those working parents and working hard, they have latchkey, children. Okay, I understand. But I mean, when you have somebody in the household and the person just says, well, go to your room. Reason why, you have people that you want to entertain. You got weed to smoke. You got drinks to make with your friends sitting in the freaking dog.